You find the sunniest spot in the yard, mix in premium compost, and water on a strict schedule. Yet the plants still wilt, turn yellow, and drop their fruit before it ever matures. When a harvest fails, we usually look for a pest infestation or a sudden disease. In many cases, the cause is the specific plants growing right next to them. A diverse, mixed vegetable garden looks great on the surface, but underground it can be a landscape of fierce territorial competition. Tomatoes have specific requirements that make them picky about their neighbors. Most failures stem from 4 specific biological threat categories that can ruin a harvest from the inside out. Selecting garden neighbors based on aesthetics rather than biology creates unseen conflicts. Without a strategic plan, you are trading upfront convenience for a failed season. Some plants engage in allelopathy, a form of chemical warfare where they release inhibitory compounds from their roots to stunt the growth of nearby competition. Fennel is a primary offender. Its roots release chemical compounds that paralyze adjacent tomato plants. And dill becomes a threat as it matures. Once it goes to seed, it begins releasing those same growth-stunting compounds. Mature dill also acts as a beacon for the tomato hornworm. These caterpillars can decimate a healthy tomato plant's leaves and stems in a few days. A single black walnut tree can create a silent dead zone in your yard. It produces juglone, a toxin with a reach that extends 50 to 80 feet from the trunk. Tomatoes are exceptionally sensitive to juglone. Concentrations as low as 10 parts per million can trigger rapid and fatal wilting across the entire plant. You can navigate these threats by harvesting dill early, using borage to attract pollinators, or placing tomatoes in raised beds that are physically isolated from tree roots. Chemical proximity overrides soil quality. Isolating these allopathic plants is a necessary step for ensuring your tomatoes survive the season. Resource competition is another major factor, specifically with the Brassica family, which includes cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. Tomatoes and brassicas are both heavy feeders. They fight for the same nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, turning the soil into a zero-sum battleground. Above ground, wide brassica leaves block airflow. This trapped moisture allows fungal spores to multiply rapidly on tomato stems. Lesser-known brassicas like kohlrabi also increase the general pest pressure in the immediate area, inviting insects that can eventually move on to your tomatoes. Corn presents a different problem. Its height casts deep shade, frequently robbing tomatoes of the 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight required for fruit production. These crops share a parasite. The corn earworm and tomato fruitworm are the same species. Planting them together lets the population multiply rapidly. You can avoid this by swapping heavy feeders for shallow-rooted lettuce or deep-rooted carrots. These plants occupy different physical zones in the soil and won't compete for the same resources. Grouping heavy feeders often results in mutual starvation. In a direct nutrient battle against brassicas or corn, tomatoes rarely come out ahead. Genetic similarity also poses a risk. Tomatoes are part of the Nightshade family, which includes potatoes, eggplants, and peppers. Because they are closely related, they share vulnerabilities to the same diseases. Pathogens like early and late blight jump easily between potato and tomato leaves. Planting them together removes natural barriers, leading to a 100% infection rate. Eggplants are particularly problematic because they draw in flea beetles and hornworms, concentrating these pests in the very area where your tomatoes are most vulnerable. Defensive planting helps break these cycles. Marigolds help suppress root knot nematodes in the soil, while garlic provides a natural antifungal barrier. Grouping plants by family might seem convenient, but it creates a disease corridor. Keeping nightshades separated is a key safeguard for your crop. Environmental incompatibility creates a final barrier to success, often seen when planting Mediterranean herbs like rosemary. These plants evolved for different climates. Rosemary thrives in hot, dry, rocky soil, while tomatoes require consistent moisture. Growing them together creates conflict. Overwatering causes root rot in rosemary, while keeping soil dry leads to blossom end rot in tomatoes. Basil is the better choice for an herb companion because it thrives in the same warm, moist, and nutrient-rich environment that tomatoes love. When you force plants with contradictory needs into the same bed, you guarantee that at least one of them will fail to perform. Reliable companion planting relies on minimizing underground competition and maximizing biological synergy. In small spaces or raised beds, physical isolation of nightshades and brassicas is the priority. When root space is limited, these plants will quickly crowd each other out. For natural pest control, replace chemical sprays with trap crops like nasturtiums or parsley. These plants bring in predatory insects that hunt pests automatically. This blueprint summarizes the best approach. Avoid the blacklist of fennel, corn, and nightshades. Instead, focus on the green list: basil, marigolds, garlic, and carrots. Taking 10 minutes to plan your layout before planting leads to a significantly larger harvest and prevents the frustration of watching your plants fail midsummer. Viewing your garden layout as a strategic ecosystem is a zero-cost method to secure a high-yielding tomato harvest season after season.